Alrighty folks, as you can see, night's fallen, and as usual with these kinds of things, when you get into the prep, it takes a little bit longer than you expect, and you end up doing a few runs back to the shop, back and forth, because you realise you've forgotten little bits of pieces, but that's alright. We're pretty much ready to rock and roll now, so I thought I'd just quickly run through what I'm taking in terms of luxury items camping, and by luxury items I mean things like swags and chairs and those sort of things you take camping. I call them luxury items because that's kind of what they are, and you decide how luxurious you want to make yours. So this one, it's going to be quite a long trip, obviously. So I've been a little bit more diligent about what I've packed. So obviously we've got the swag, Adventure Kings, Big Day Deluxe. Say whatever you like about Kings, that swag is fantastic. The two sleeping bags, two premium sleeping bags from Kings as well. I find those so warm, and I use them as one as a bottom layer and then one as like a sort of a doona cover. And half the time I find myself taking it off halfway through the night because it's just too hot. So they're fantastic. So one each of them, so two of them. Keep Big Day Deluxe. This is the fire pit down here. Drifta fire pit that'll go in, and a grill just on top of that. 160 watt solar panel just here, that'll go in as well. The board, that'll be coming with us, but I'll save that for another video, and you'll see what I do with that in another video, I think, that I might shoot while we're out and about. So stick around for that. Make sure you subscribe and like and hit the notification and all that sort of stuff. The main form of shelter will be a 3x3 gazebo. Oz Trail one here. This is the premium gazebo, and just fantastic. I can't fault it. I've been through several storms with it, sleeping under it and so on, and it's just held up to everything that has been thrown at it. I've also got a couple of walls that I take. So if the weather does look like it's going to close in, I'll sort of close in the gazebo itself. Obviously peg down, all that sort of thing. I've got just a 3-metre hose here. Now, you might be wondering why I've got a hose. Obviously, where I'm going is quite remote, so any chance you get to restock on potable water, you need to take it. So I'm going to put a trigger clamp hose on this, trigger hose, I guess you'd call it, nozzle. And on here, you can get these tap heads from Bunnings, which I'm going to have to get on the way out tomorrow. And basically they adapt to any sort of tap. So roadhouses and caravan parks and that sort of stuff. You can make it so it fits, and you can restock your water bottles and storage containers and all that sort of stuff. In here is the companion Aqua Cube hot water system shower. I am going to take that. I wasn't going to take it, but I thought, bugger it. It'd be nice to have a nice hot shower out in the middle of nowhere, somewhere out between Birdsville and Mount Isa or something. Be quite nice. I have done a video on this. Just a review and how it works and that sort of stuff, and I'll put that up here, so check that out. Collapsible bucket. Everyone should have one of these when they go camping. This is just a cheapie from Big W. Does the job, obviously. It's just a bucket. In the black box, I won't go through that. That's basically all my knick-knacky type stuff. So I've got a sink in there, I've got a washing machine in there. Subscribe and you'll see when I drop the washing machine video how to have a washing machine out bush. It's fantastic. In 5 minutes your clothes are washed. I'm not going to go through that now. I'm going to save that, so make sure you subscribe and check that out when that drops. Floor, 3x3 metre floor from Kings again. One of those ones where the sand and dirt falls through. Fantastic. Green bag there, hopefully you can see it in the shot, is just all my pegs, sand pegs, normal tent pegs, hammer, all that sort of stuff. Drill bit, so I can use the drill for the sand pegs to peg it down. 2 max tracks, obviously. I don't need 4. I'm not planning to do any hardcore off-roading on this. There might be a few tracks I take, off the main roads and things like that to camp spots and stuff like that. But I'm not looking to get stuck or anything like that, or do any hardcore four-wheel driving. This one here, went through it earlier in the video before. If you haven't seen that, check that out where I go through some recovery gear and essentials to take. That's the recovery gear bag, snatch strap, all those sort of things. In this one is the shower tent, this guy here. Again, stick around. You might like to see how that gets set up. I think you'd be very, very impressed. That's the Oz Trail Fast Frame single ensuite, this one. Fantastic little shower unit, and I'll do a video of that somewhere out there on our trip. This here, you're going to laugh, is a stable table. for eating your dinner. Now, when you sit on a camp chair and you're trying to eat your dinner, and your plate's doing these ones and wobbling and carrying on, you'd be amazed how handy a stable table is. So laugh all you like, guys, and no doubt you'll leave comments down below making fun of me of that. But trust me, if you get one and take it camping, you'll be loving it. In here is my Jetboil and Jetboil accessories. I call this my coffee shop, and have started my own little coffee shop, and I call it Tailgate Coffee. So whenever you pull over the side of the road, you want a quick coffee, drop down Tailgate, crank that open, fire up the Jetboil, instant coffee, 2 minutes later. Fantastic. Jetboils, guys, you've got to get on them, they're so good. Just a brush, wire brush, you know, got to have one of them. In this guy here is just all my electrics. So I've got Anderson connectors, SIG sockets, all that sort of stuff, extension leads, little, you know, adapter type things, and all that kind of knick-knacky electrical stuff. This is the King's premium lighting kit that'll go onto the Gazebo when I get that set up. Again, I'll do a video of this when we get out there so you guys can see it in action. I have done an unboxing video, which you can check out on my channel as well, but I haven't done a proper review of it yet. So when we're out in the middle of nowhere and it's pitch black, I'll fire this up and you guys will be able to see how good it is, because it is really fantastic. A couple of propane tanks. These go for the hot water system. You know, fantastic, guys. You know, it's a shame that they're disposable as such and you can't refill them, but, you know, here's what it is kind of thing. My radio to keep myself sane out there. This here, it does say peg bag, and it was my peg bag for a long time, but it just got too small. Now it's all my gas canisters, extra Jetboil canisters, my flamethrower. Check out my flamethrower video, guys. Trust me, you're going to want one. Excuse the hair too, by the way. Yeah, it's been a long day getting this ready. And I've had a hat on my head all day. In here is just a gas stove. So when I'm not wanting to cook on the fire, usually brekkie and stuff, I'll use the stove. If I can't be bothered getting the fire going, I want to head off quickly and don't want to wait for the fire pit to cool down and all that sort of stuff, I'll use the stove, just a normal one. And this is a new little coffee table I picked up today with the bags. Just a little coffee table from Drifta. This is the Stockton range. It's got adjustable legs for height. Main thing I'm going to use is just for around the campfire. Often I struggle to find somewhere to put my pots and pans and all that sort of stuff instead of on the ground. So I thought, little coffee table, do the job. And that's essentially the main items, guys. There is more, like I said, there's more in the black box, all that kind of thing. But that is essentially it. Let's load him up and we're nearly there. And it's been a long day and I need some sleep because I've got a lot of driving tomorrow. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe and notification bell and the like button, all that sort of carry on. Get into it. Again, apologies for the hair. I must look like a hobo, but it's been a long day. All right, let's load this up.